There's audio in the background, so I can't do anything right now. I have to mute my camera, my audio. I hope that I am over. I hope that I'm not speaking. Well, I hope that I'm speaking loud enough to block out the music in the background, so you guys are not hearing it, because you know how it is. But yeah, how is life? How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's all right. I'm just outside doing the right thing, myself and I. It's a jungle out here to be, out here just by myself, really and truly. I give thanks for YouTube and I give thanks for you guys for subscribing and being part of my channel and my daily stream on a daily basis. I give thanks to you guys. I want to stream throughout the night. I don't know if I'll be hitting a different time zone. I hope. I mean, I guess that would be quite cool. Just to hit a different time zone. You probably can see people in India. Hi, India. How are we doing, India? How are we doing, America? How are we doing, Jamaica? I'm so glad to see you guys on my stream, on my live stream. Keep tuned, keep in touch with me, keep communicate with me. So we have I have a story for you guys. All right, so this story is about um my a late friend that I had. His name was Dave. All right, so Dave is a kid that grew up with me in the community of, well, call it a community X, call it community X, right? So Dave and I grew up in community X for like 15 years, or probably, yeah, 15 years, right? Dave went to school. His mother and his father was partially educated, so they were not lower class. They were lower middle class. So they were doing fairly well. Uh, they sent Dave to school, and Dave was a very uh, rude guy, so he got kicked out of school because he got into trouble all the time by hurting people. Anyways, Dave went to school and he got kicked out of school. His parents made payments to send him to other schools, and he went to other schools in effort to be a better person. However, those efforts um, weren't weren't enough, because Dave just went and turned out doing the same thing by hurting kids and getting expelled from those schools. Also, um, Dave did an incident where one of the schools that he went was an these schools are it's like it's called Manchester. It's an institute. So this institution is where um uh, anybody can go basically. That got kicked out of school. If you want subjects, you can go there. But it's outside of the government realm. But you can go there and get the same subjects that the government is requiring for you to get a good job. You understand? All right. So that's that. So Dave goes to that school, and while he was at that school, he became friends with a few guys that was doing a lot of activities in school that was uh, uh, wasn't towards the rule of the school. Like they were bullying kids, they were exploiting kids. They were just rough bad guys. Anyways, Dave and his friends they started to hang around the golf common, where the golf common is very huge. Like it's like five, probably it's very huge. Very huge golf common is like around. I don't want to be wrong, but it's like yeah, uh, 8 to 10 acres of land. 8 to 10 acres of golf land. You know what I mean? So Dave and his friend used to go over there, but Dave's father is a licensed firearm holder. So Dave got exposed to ammunition at a very young age. So he was like that. So he just had these ammunition. At times he used to steal it from his father, bring it out to school, I guess. Until he intimidated a few guys and get one for himself. Uh, no, Dave has this uh, pew pew for quite some time now, and he used it to conduct criminal offenses. He used it to do unlawful things, to further his operation as a bad rough guy, upcoming criminal. All right. So while these are few of the activities that they was doing at school while being while having his kids, they went into a physical fight with a guy, and when he was in that physical fight with a guy, he he got the guy knocked out. So he took the board and hit the guy in his head, got the guy knocked out, and when the guy got knocked out, he went over the guy and shoved the guy's head in a puddle of water that was next to the guy, and the guy trying to breathe but unable to move was pulling up that puddle of water. You just imagine that, being unconscious but still breathing and inhaling water. So that was what was happening. Anyways, uh, so these are a slaughter scene, but the most notorious act that they did was when he still being at Manchester Institute, he brought a few kids to um, a cave in which he said that he had um, a pupil, and while he was at the cave, um, he basically got into a heated argument with a friend due to loyalty and trust issues and commitment issues and stuff like that, and sharing up of funding and stuff like that. And he got in and he convinced the other friends to hurt the guy. And three of them, two of them alongside Dave, uh, made attempt to hurt the guy. But one of the guys that Dave convinced to hurt the victim wasn't strong enough, so he went to the police and he informed the police. First, he informed his mom, and then he and his mom went to the police and informed the police that this is what took place. But he informed the police around 3 to 4 days after the event, where the damage to the victim was immense, even though the victim survived. They put tires on the victim, set the victim aflame, um, uh, punctured the victim, you know what I mean, and a lot of stuff. Set the victim aflame, attempt to unalive the victim, and that did not work. The victim survived, and he came out and prosecuted Dave, and Dave went to prison for some time. While he was in prison, he got some rehabilitation, and he came out. While he came out, when he came out around 5 years after. So he went to prison for around 5 years. When he came out, or more, 5 years or more, around 5 to 6, 5 to 8 years, or 8 to 11, around 5 to 8, around that ballpark. So when he came out of the prison now, he started doing other stuff. Like he started hanging around the wrong group still, and still had a pew pew. He had a pew pew hidden somewhere where he went and got back. He revived that pew pew. And then he got that pew pew, he attempted to hurt other people in his community that he lives, you know. And that didn't turn out well. He retaliated and they came for him and they used their pew pew and made him a victim. And you know how that turned out. The vision was unalive. And that's that. So, I mean, that's that. So, shout out to them. Take care of yourself, TikTok, YouTube. I respect you guys. I love you guys. Guys, YouTube community, my fans, my friends, even though no one is watching me, I know that I trust the process. Guys, take care of yourself. I just told you so you can tune into my next live stream. I'll tell you another and give me an honest reaction. How you think Dave could have changed his life? How do you think Dave was? Dave was a very handsome like guy in his time. He was a charmer, a bad charmer. So how do you know? So just imagine that type of guy and the potential he had and what he could have done to his life to be a better person. All right. Even though I need to be interacting with you guys, I honestly need to go. I don't need to go because I'll be up all night. But I should be going now because there's no one on my team. Guys, take care. I respect you guys. Lots of love. And eat your vegetables and drink your water. Bye bye now. Take care.